Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Outer Worlds. Oh, it just lags out every little bit because the recorder's like doing its thing. Regardless, ladies and gentlemen, we have ran around the world. I have gotten some levels. We now have some just better things. Also, I was thinking about it, I probably should have got more intelligence. In fact, I've seen some other people do like comparisons on like what skills are incredibly valued and what ones aren't. But basically, like you're almost more incentivized to have like negative intelligence to positive intelligence, which is weird if you're only going to go into like good and not high or very high, you know? Kind of strange, but regardless, charisma is still A grade and all those things. But also, I feel like the regen is kind of useless because the way we fight in general is basically like a stealth assassin and just commanding these companions just to wallop the world. But yeah, also we happen to have 5,000 bits now, which is pretty stellar. As well as we've put some more into persuasion, so now persuasion is pretty up there. It's around 50 persuade. Pretty good, nothing crazy, but pretty good. And of course, Pravati is giving us a crazy amount of engineering, and I've been putting a lot into stealth, mainly for lockpicking, because lockpicking is good to get early on, so that when you're exploring the world, you can unlock everything, and you don't have to keep a mental note of where everything is. But also, it has stuff like this. The next thing we find is a 25% chance to find more bits in containers, which is just going to be great overall. But basically the things that I did, I ran around the town, and essentially there's this person over here who has bounties. So you just run around the map, kill some marauders, good fun. Killed them dead. Now I'm a deputy. Didn't even do that in my first playthrough. I didn't know that was a thing. But anyways, I also ran around and I did this thing for this one lady to find her friend from the village. It's a whole thing. But the one thing that I did not do yet is actually hand in the grave digging quest, because apparently the Pravati has something to say when you go and talk to him, and I thought it'd be cool for you guys to see that. As well as we're going to talk to Pravati, and she's going to have a bunch of things that like dialogue that we can execute in. Basically, when we entered into the bar, she's like, "You don't drink, do you?" And whenever she says that, at least in this town, you can communicate with her and find out what she means or what she feels like.
Hey, Miss Parvati, come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this fella.
Anyways, dude, I finished that mission. Give me some experience.
Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
What are you guys talking about?
Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
I'm sorry, Pravati.
Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
Yes, now let's put that downer in the past. Yes, I did the quest for you. I'll just cut through this because you guys haven't seen it anyway, and yeah, it'll just mean nothing really, do you? But yes. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am now revered by people. Hails to the air. Oh, I forgot there was one more thing for me to do. Damn it. I'll be back after we do that. Pravati, this is a nice backdrop to talk to you, sure. I just want to talk to you about some things. You mentioned something earlier that I wanted to ask about.
In the bar? When I asked if you were a drinker?
You sounded worried.
Sorry. I know, it's none of my business.
I'm guessing you're not a drinker yourself.
Strong drink makes me sick. And it makes me real sad. I start thinking about things I oughtn't, and then... Well, never mind that. You got better things to think on. Sorry.
If you want to talk about it, I'm happy to listen.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
You can also say, stop apologizing, but I think she just says, I'm sorry. I don't.
Something you need?
I'm not sure if there was, yeah, that was it, okay. But there is something that I have to do real quick, because yes, as you guys can see, if we go to character stuff and my reputation, because we have a high charm, whenever we do something for anybody, we gain that much more positivity or negativity. So that's nice. But as you guys can see, we are revered by Spacer's Choice, which means we'll get great deals and all that stuff. So we can see, he says, you are friendly with this faction. Vendors will give you 25 more things. So that's kind of nice. But we're only friendly with these people, which is because I forgot about a side quest that we actually have to... Well, we don't have to do, but I would like to do it, just so that we are good when it comes to karma for these people. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, my bad. That's a little bit more experience that I can squeeze dry. But I think this is kind of cute when it comes to Parvati, so might as well show it to you guys. Where is this dude?
Oh, that's Thomas.
There he is.
He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Thomas! That is Thomas.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
I'm just trying to get my ship off the ground.
Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we?
Okay.
Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Today's your lucky day, Thomas. I've got the data pad you wanted.
No kidding. Really?
Sorry, I didn't mean to skip it. Yeah. Part 1, found in the community center archive.
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble.
More
In
reputation.
fact, I put aside something special. On the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Wow, you can see into the future. Well done. I'll let you know if I find any others.
Sure.
Bye. Alright, also there was one more thing I want to show you guys when it comes to Parvati and having a little more dialogue. It's in Edgewater when we go into her house. Just some things, not that much. Also, I think she can talk about Thomas. And you kind of laugh at how love-struck he is and how she is just not... Well, it would never have worked out, I don't think, with him and her. But anyway.
Where are we headed?
See? This is what I meant. This is why you want high perceptions, because everything requires you to have perception, just a stupid amount of dialogue choices. Thomas seemed very fond of you.
He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
Alright, well that's just demeaning. Are you sure? He nearly fell over when he saw you.
He never told me a word to that effect. And since he didn't, I didn't have to say nothing about feeling different.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing had to get weird. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to do that for him.
Here's another. I noticed you mentioned your dad a lot, but never your mother. I thought we already went through this.
That's on account of how I
never met her. Yeah, we talked about this. I'm sorry. Okay, we can do that twice. Bye. Okay, I don't know why that came back up. But anyways, yeah, so she kind of hinted at it right there. I'm not going to spoil it, but basically, she has things that are different about her, and that's why it would have not necessarily worked out with him and her. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, quick save.
This is where the magic happens. Well, science. But it still happens.
Yeah, so you guys might notice that, like, when someone starts talking, I don't look at them, because for whatever reason, when you look, like, you can hear only what's in front of you and behind you, but never what's to your right or left, which is stupid nonsense. But anyways, also, doesn't look like we can take these, right?
Hey, that's... I mean, if you need it, okay. Yeah.
I don't think she has dialogue for this place yet. No, she doesn't. But I think we may have mined out all the dialogue she has at this point, which is honestly something that I would have loved to see more of, because Parvati is the only person that really has that dialogue string. But yes, we have taken all this stuff from Parvati's house. Also, we're gonna rob her blind or everything, because yeah. Also, we have enough lockpicking now that we can actually we don't have to spend lockpicking tools, which is amazing. Well, thank you kindly. Also, Parvati is wearing armor because she is, you know, the muscle in the group, more so to speak. Well, not really. She'd die if it wasn't for me. Okay, and my stupid skill
hungry,
points.
I could open up a can of something.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Yeah.
You don't have it. Yeah, okay. Usually when she speaks or something. Well, I'm just gonna rob everything because you come with me anyway. That sounds a bit rapey, but you understand it's not what it meant to sound like. Jeez Louise. Let us... I think that's it. Yeah? Oh, we got some stuff.
My dad's... It's an office. Just my office.
Alrighty. Open last search. First entry. More things. Me and editing, if you would like to read this, feel free to. No thank you for me. Mechanical stuff. Open last entry. Oh, it tells us where that thing is. Awesome. We should probably equip that side quest, yeah? I don't know. Regardless, let us leave.
Oh, you like flowers? I can't find many kinds around here.
Oh, that's very sweet. Nice. Lovely flowers and all that.
If you need to go, I'll wait outside.
Okay. She's like, it's fine. Yep, my house.
I don't like coming out here. People on the street stare.
Well, you have a banging house. Cool. Let's. Oh, what was that? Ah, my knees. What is that? Nope. Ah, my knees again. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after I find all those things, and we'll hand them to the one person, and then we'll finally start on our quest to choose where our Edgewater's fight. Cool. Be back. What's good, guys? We got some more Deserter Reputation because I just handed it in because I was confused about where the third one was, but it turns out we wouldn't be able to complete that quest without going to our main objective / the place that is going to be our choice kind of place. But yes, we need to make our way over to this weirdo plant place, this like robot plant situation. We should have enough gear to chew through it, especially considering I actually modded my weapon, which is this amazing shotgun, which, by the way, I kind of mentioned that passingly, didn't really explain my thoughts on it, but essentially, we got this shotgun, and I don't know what's going on, if it's just that I played through the game once already, so that it, like basically, the loot drops that I'm getting were not the first time, or the loot drops that I got the first time I played through this, at all, like, even a little bit. Also, we don't even have to spend any tools to unlock this. Okay. Wow. This was a nightmare, apparently. Some shit went down in not a very good way. Also, I think just something to be different. I think when it comes to, like, after we're done putting a lot of points into dialogue, and even more points into sneak, and even more points into tech, if I ever, sorry, even more points into leadership, that's the one thing I've been neglecting heavily. And I'm noticing that Pravati's actually not killing things as my companion, so we need to put points into this. I forgot about that entirely. Also, determination is really important because health, your companions need more health to live. Whenever I do choose to go down the gun route, I think I will actually bank on heavy weapon just to change things up because I actually haven't played with those before, and I think it'd just be interesting. Also, a lot of the heavy weapons kind of play off of how we're going to be fighting, which is any weapon that attacks quickly can generate crits fast, and every time I crit, I basically have a chance of getting my companion's abilities back ASAP. So I can just keep spamming those, and I think that would work pretty well with a light machine gun or a heavy machine gun or anything like that. Yes, yes. Okay, let us squat and save. And, well, it's kind of pointless for us to squat and save, because we're going to be annihilating the world.
I always wanted to poke around in here.
Yes. Pa-pow! And one more shot. There we go.
Quick. Not even a scratch.
Pravati, for sure. Let's just burn your companion ability pretty quick here. Get that cooldown cooking. Hit it one more time, Pravati. Solid effort. Okay. There's another one right over here, Pravati. I'm just gonna be hiding until things die. Or actually, I probably should help you to an extent. Take a knee! He's crippled now. Beat him on the ground. Good job, Pravati. And your power's back in a second. Go, my girl! Bam! Boosh! Solid form. And I'm just gonna walk up and shoot you in the face. I missed.
Everyone
There we
all
go.
right?
I should probably let you kill it. That's my bad. Bloodlust took over. You get it, Pravati. Pravati is like the opposite of Bloodlust, actually. She's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't even think about it. Maybe I'm a sociopath, but hot damn. There's some stuff here, by the way. Oh, we also got a shock cannon. That's kind of good, but not quite what I want just yet. Oh, but yeah, definitely invest in lockpick, my guys. It's so good, especially early on, because you just nip that in the butt and you're pretty smooth sailing for the most part. Also, I guess you can sneak under there if you want. Come on. I got it. Also, guys, it is morning, so I'm a bit Ooh, we got elite armor though. Maybe I'll wear that, although I think it may not support me in what I'm looking for. Dodge and stealth skill. I mean, we do look pretty dope, but alas, no, because we get tech skill from this, which is awesome. But I think I'll give that to Bravati, because I think that gives her better resistance than this. 16 to 17, perfect. As well as it kind of just looks a little bit more classy and not as shit. Also, I'm very uncumbered again, great. More elite armor. Apparently a lot of Spacer Choice people died. Which, you know, yes, obviously they did. Ooh, but another helmet, which is heavy, and that's only giving her resistance, which is, of course, what Parvati needs. She doesn't care about block. I can die in a fire. Oh, but we're not done fighting, because there's a little bit more baddies right around here. Tear his face off, Parvati. Boom. Boom. Yeah, that look really works with you. Works well. Shoot you in the face. Pow. That should make him, yep, now just beat him to death. Beat him to death. And this one.
Got it.
More experience. Solid. Good. And we'll go with the back way, or the side entrance, just as to not die immediately. And quick save. Sorry. Staying hydrated and all that.
The control room should be ahead somewhere and a touch to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
It won't feel that way at first, Parvati, but I promise we'll eventually get there. Definitely need to put more points into leadership, because right now it's kind of just a problem. Finish the job, Parvati. Good job. Good job. I'm trying to, like, install hatred and violence into our girl, Parvati, but it's barely working. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Parvati, go punch that thing out. Ooh, look at this. Yes. Hails to the end. Nice. We'll go in here, just look through some stuff. Unlock door, even though I shouldn't have done that. Damn it, I could have got XP from unlocking it with my powers. Damn it. What a waste. You get experience for everything. That's why it's almost like if you guys see me say,
Here they come.
what's up? Go!
See you now.
That's why if you guys ever see me, like, I'm just blanking on what I was saying. Oh, if you guys ever see me just choose, like, a dialogue choice in the menu, even though it may not sound like the most kind thing, it's usually because it just gives you experience, so it's worth using at least those. I don't know what we got from that, but something, maybe, okay. Bunch of dead people. Sell our junk. Sell junk. Sure, let's sell this trash as well. Oh, no. Yeah, I'll be back. Shit. I didn't realize I was buying and not selling my trash. Ugh. Alright, we caught up and mistakes were made and all these things, but we're here now, guys. I'm just wanting to know if there's usually there's some sort of like little gubbins in the corners, so you like might as well look for stuff, yes. So proud of myself, let's go. Alright, let's go ahead and see how we turn on or divert power. Power status, redirect power. We cannot, yet. Good, alright. Let's find our way. Body, anything?
Yeah.
Nothing. I know she doesn't have anything, but I thought some of you guys might be like, well.
That'll be easy enough.
Yes, gonna cut through some robots and do all the things. Enter passcode, we did it. Good times, fun times. Now there are monsters all around us.
Nice hit.
Pow! I don't even know what happened. I killed you in one shot. Oh, Jesus Christ. I did not mean to. I meant to weaken you and then throw a Parvati at you, so I got the weak point bonus, or sneak attack weak point bonus. But yes. Knock. Just this. I should have been way closer to make that useful. Parvati will do the rest. I believe in you, Parvati. I'm going to hide in here. Like a man. You got this in the bag, girl, I promise. I'll help you out just a touch. He's blind. Light him up. You really shouldn't just... Okay. I'll stagger him. She went down. Mayday. I need to put way more points into companions. Or into leadership in order for them to be useful. We're not quite there just yet. Excellent effort though, Parvati, honestly. I honestly just wanted to see how things were gonna go because I don't think I had enough points into
What'll
leadership.
happen to Miss McDevitt's folk if we send power to the Veil?
They'll fucking die. Well, no, they won't. We'll figure it out. We'll use our words to convince a bastard that he's a bastard, and call it good. Okay. It's not the best choice. Ooh, a light machine gun. Oh, and a key card. Oh, is that how I get into that one room? Maybe. Oh, but there is this. And this. Damn it. Yay, 4 bits. So worth it. Thank you so much. God, I love this. All right, let's go down here.
No, just leave me alone.
There's a creepo who's screaming. Some ladders. We could go left, but instead we're going to go to the right because we need to complete the technician's manual. But we're going to go talk to a man who's lost his mind before we do that.
Not real. You're not real.
How dare you? You're not kind. How about that? Impact hammer, bang. As well as give me all your trash. Good. What's up? It's just me. Little old me.
Real. You're not.
Yep. Ooh, I could have been sneaky enough, but no. Calm down. I'm not gonna hurt you.
You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
Slow down and tell me what happened.
Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion.
Okay.
Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
How long have you been down here?
Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days.
What exactly do you do here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
You're an engineer?
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
If you worked on those machines, you must know a way to stop them.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
Persuade. I can deal with the mechanicals. I made it this far, didn't I?
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Machines follow the behavior of their logic module. Someone tampered with it.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal.
Oh, we can
Here, let me just write it down for you.
I've never done it this way. Bye. There it is. Boom. Volume 3 of that thing that the guy wants, so he can be a better mechanic and all that stuff. But yeah, we'll do it this way, actually. I've never done it this way. Maybe fun. All the way up here to the stairs. Boom, bam. Modify behavior. Select a new mode. No, select a new target. Define intruder. Define intruder as machines themselves. Okay. Perfect. Now rip each other apart. They're doing it. It's less entertaining. Also, probably less good because we'll get less experience. Let's get down there quickly so we can kill them and get experience. I didn't think about this. Why did we do it this way? It's so much worse. No! I could kill them easily too. I over-leveled myself for this specific thing. Hey! Hey!
Here they come!
Knock it off! Let me kill you.
I'll fix you right up!
Where are the others? Quickly! Pow!
Got them all!
Okay. We salvaged some experience from my mistake. Okay. Yikes. God, my fragile ankles, man. It's just the worst. Anyways, let's use our engineering to turn off these steam valves so we can just easily walk right over here and attain a... Oh my god, attain a badass battle axe. Hell yeah, you know who's getting that? Pravati. Because my ass knows nothing about melee, and Pravati has a skill that puts her ass in melee range, so it'd be good, I think, in her hands, although maybe not as good as this. Also, I'm carrying so much mods and stuff like that that's weighing me down in like this as well. So I need to... That's the shitty situation that we're dealing with at the moment, which is not good. But, you know, up the stairs we go. Turn on the final switch. Boom.
If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the Veil?
I've already talked about this, Pravati. They die in crimson fire. And it's your fuck, we didn't get here quick enough. Yeah, no, they killed themselves. Kill it! Oh, good job, Pravati.
Sorry!
Also, I'm sorry if I'm yelling. It's quite loud in my ears right now, the volume for the game. Oh, we can unbar this finally. Nice. Then we can get back quicker. As well as this. Oh, that was the one I was thinking of. Okay. Oh, this just helps us get to the one place faster. Nice. But, is there any loot around? There's a switch.
That's the last. I'm not sure what the right is. Alls I know is the decision's final.
It is kind of, because we can, yes, give it to one person, but then we give it to all. Or we convince them to give it to all. It's rather confusing, but you get the point. Let us go! Do 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 do. It'd be really awesome. Oh, we have this one key, so we didn't even have to lockpick it. Well, some experience gone down the shitter, but still. Give me all this. Yes, yes. It was this. And this is what we're looking for, a corrupted logic module. That's for a quest that we have yet to get. In fact, we might be able just to blitz through this quest just because I remembered where all the items were, and I picked them up in advance. So, we'll go do this quest to get a special weapon, and we'll basically just be like, yeah, I got everything that you need already. You're some sort of wizard, I guess? Okay.
Once we do this, there's no going back.
Yes. Believe maybe we can talk to her now, or I think she'll interrupt us as soon as we touch the thing. Calm.
Something you need?
Nope, just thought, okay.
Hey, mister?
There we go.
Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
How dare you? No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion, Pravati.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, if you guys ever wonder why sometimes the face cam goes away and other times it doesn't, is because sometimes, I don't know, I find it's fun to experience what's going on with each other. But then there's other times where, like, I'm taking a drink of water because I'm just thirsty, and it kind of is distracting, so then I take it away. Or other times when I feel like, basically, again, I brought it up in the beginning, the first part of the video, but you guys, I'm hoping, trust me, to like cater this experience to you. So if I find, I don't know, Pravati is having like an emotional experience and my dumb ass in the corner is just not really adding nothing, then I would just like you guys to see her and focus on her and attain the motion that way. But otherwise, it's kind of just like, oh, this dude's a psychopath. What's up with that kind of thing? The deserters are a community. I can't just destroy what they've built.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
Well, when that kind of hatred is nothing compared to letting like your workers that you're supposed to be looking out for go sick and die. So that's a flawed argument, Pravati. But still, Reed tells me if Edgewater doesn't get what he needs, it'll die.
That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
I see your points, and I think I'll make a decision.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
I'm glad you did. I like hearing from you.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Yeah, that's a sad thing. Pravati's also like that stupid asshole who's in charge. He constantly breaks her down, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, just explain it stupider so that I can understand, and it's just like, you're a piece of shit. Anyway, redirect power. Yes, continue. Redirect power to Edgewater. Good. Back. We have done it! Just walk away and Pravati's gonna say some stuff. Right? Right? Yeah. Yes. Spacer's choice reputation has increased, and it's only decreased a little bit for the deserters, which we'll get back because of happy endings and all these things.
I think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for, even if they ain't care much for me.
Guys, Pravati needs to be protected at all costs, okay? It doesn't matter how many people need to die. She needs to go on and live for her weird innocence and purity and kindness and all this shit, even though the world stomped on her and crushed her heart, but she still happens to be somewhat of a kind, generous, and caring person. Oh! Ah! What a soul. What a sweet soul. Anyways, let's go back and talk to old Granny Crow. The old Crow is what I call her, forgot. But yes, let's go talk to her and see if she's pissed. And she very much is. If you came here in nighttime, everything would of course be pitch black. But of course we didn't because of weird timing. But yes. Quickly talk to what's her name and get things rolling. Hey guys, just chilling. Okay. Hello. So, this is awkward. I did the bad.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
Reed needs his people back.
You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
I'm willing to deal with the Reed for you.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together.
What happened to you? All this anger had to come from somewhere.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I will not take this all spark just yet, because yeah, you guys are still here, I guess. I don't know. We could do it at any point. Hey.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead.
By the way, I have the other issue of the thing you need.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
The last. Yep, part 3 of the thing you needed. Someone stashed it away in an old generation plant. Yeah, whatever it is.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Electric charge surface, interesting. You won't survive without power. It's time to go back to Edgewater.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again.
So don't work at the cannery. You wanted to be an engineer.
You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater, and I'm as good as dead to her.
Stay put. I'm going to try to get Reed to step down.
You know where to find me.
All right. Bye. Experience so loud. Don't fucking loud. Oh my God, so loud. Hello.
I don't know what you did to talk some sense into Zoe, but I appreciate it.
Nice. There's nothing left for you here. Go back to Edgewater.
The matter's been weighing on me.
Mm-hmm.
Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping out in the first place. Who's to say I could keep marauders from slipping in? I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. I'm loath to admit it. We're gonna have to make our peace with Thompson and hope he takes us back. Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for our old jobs back. Well, Adelaide's not gonna forgive us. She never talked to us again.
Don't do anything hasty. I'm going to get Reed to step down.
Sure. Suit yourself.
Cool. You guys wouldn't hear this dialogue. You guys wouldn't hear this dialogue if I didn't do that. So that's why we're talking to him and kind of just leaving it there. We're going to not spend these skill points just yet because I want to, just in case we don't have enough dialogue, although I don't think anything in this area breaches any skill check that's above 40, 30? Even 30, I would say. Yeah, like every persuasion check's been like 5 or like 2 or something stupid. So yeah, I don't know. But maybe I don't know. I don't remember what Reed's skill check was. But if it is, then I can just bump my 50% skill check to 60, and I think that'd be the max point. I don't think they would go higher than that. If not, we'll put a bullet straight through Reed's skull. Anyways, moving on. Up we go. There's a choice. Boom. Hello, Reed. As I shoot the damn elevator. I'm a crazy person. What's up? Hey guys, yeah, we were just in the elevator. I missed something. This is very much important. Reed isn't going to just leave his post. We need help convincing him. I forgot to get this.
Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
You think that's going to convince Reed to step down?
I have got a means to cure the plague, and I will not share that cure until Reed leaves town. Those are my terms.
Okay, it's very gross, but yeah, I'm okay. Oh, that's fucking vile. Anyways, it's not a perfect world, guys. It's bodies getting put into dirt, and I mean, I guess that's natural, but it's just nasty that, yeah, it's just like, hey, by the way, if your son dies, he's getting ground to shit. It's just the way it happens out here. And I guess that's fair, for, to the death that just happened to him.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts?
I spoke to Adelaide. She won't come back as long as you're here.
Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's Choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes, but I have done my best for this town.
Oh yeah, big mistakes. A change in leadership might be what this town needs.
I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home.
Adelaide's people aren't getting sick with plague.
I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic.
If I could kick you in the mouth, I would. Have your people ever actually ate vegetables?
The very notion is just grotesque. A raw vegetable? Why don't you just ask me to go chew the bark off of a tree? We are a Spacer's Choice salt tuna cannery. We eat salt tuna here, and only salt tuna.
I like this option, but we won't pick it. That's it? Salt tuna. Every day? Every single day. I'm pretty sure the food is what's making you sick. You need Adelaine's garden.
I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanist couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of him and shut down the greenhouse.
Persuasion plus 10. Oh yeah, we don't need anything above 50. Holy. Adeline found a way to grow food. She'll come back if you step down.
You'll excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil?
What? Look, Reed. All I know is that it involves some really complicated math and work.
If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me.
What's your plans?
A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them.
Why not?
No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls, or put in for early retirement.
This can't be easy for you.
I have always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy.
Take care. You're not happy about the fact that your boss is, okay, no, fine. All right. Well, let's go talk to Adelaide and wrap this thing up. This part has been just a mess. It's probably like an hour long. Forgive me. I don't like to make these videos that long. It seems unruly.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
And you're an old crow, so back off. That's why I called her that, by the way. I was waiting to tell you guys. I talked Reed into leaving. Come back to Edgewater, you old decrepit asshole.
I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward.
Why isn't it a fucking reward? It makes no sense why you are not like, holy shit, this really worked out in my favor. I basically became mayor. You fucking idiot. Anyways, Edgewater's better off with you running it. This is true. I made a mess of things. Guess I'm just trying to set things right. No, Edgewater would be a better place with you running it.
You telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? Stranger, you are some kind of twisted. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
Well, bye, wretched old woman. Boom. I see you over there, you hidden little thing. There we go. All right, finally we get two companions because our ship is up and running. We can get into like our main hall. Hey, bud. Adelaide tells me she's moving to Adelaide.
Adelaide said that? Was she sober at the time? I never imagined she'd step foot in Edgewater long as Reed ran the town.
I gotta leave.
Something must have changed in Edgewater. Adelaide's good as family. If she's going back, so are we.
Yeah, good. Okay. Okay, well, she's already on the way. Okay. I don't talk to you. Okay. Sorry, I'm over it. Oh, no, I forgot about something. Oh, no. Mother of God. Well, that's unfortunate. There's a special vendor who sells stuff. Is he still here? Hey, bud. Can I buy something off you real quick?
Food's bound to spoil at this rate.
Keep your wits about you.
Keep your wits.
Don't see why Thomas can't just get the generator up and something.
Yes, trade.
Nothing.
Never mind, we're
Nothing. With the power gone, we've got to conserve our supplies.
Never mind. I got happy and then down again. I'll come back and loot this town at some point. Guys, I know it says like good karma in the like the thing. We are going to be getting a good ending. But fuck if we can't, we'll ride that line a little bit, cause yeah. But also, she's rude, alright? Like, just be real. Old lady is kind of like, what? Really? I just made you the king of this place? I basically gave you the best possible outcome that could be imagined. But no, I'm the bad guy.
Ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship. Working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
I can understand you not wanting to go back. You didn't seem happy in Edgewater.
Oh, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
Yeah, let's try to. I hope this one still is available for dialogue, but let's go do this one. You just met me. Why would you want to go into space with a stranger?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Edgewater was on the verge of collapse before you showed up. You sent them power, and now the town might see another season. And you talked Miss McDevitt into coming back to town. Maybe one day, Edgewater will have a garden where that cannery once stood. You ain't exactly a stranger anymore. You've done some kindness hereabouts. I wouldn't mind following somebody like that.
Hey! You really want out of Edgewater that badly? I'd be glad to have you along. Pick a cabin. It's yours.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys couldn't tell, Pravati is almost always going to be a part of our party because she is just the greatest. Hands down, the best. Also, Max, you fucking I should stop swearing so much. You horrible individual. Now that it's convenient for you to join me and fight by my side, you piece of trash. Anyways, it's annoying because he wasn't like, you know what? I'm gonna help you, and then I'm gonna join your crew. He's like, well, I'm gonna wait until you can, like, fly, and then I'll join your crew. You bastard.
Well,
hello, Max.
I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Yeah, hey, bud.
As
anything?
always, I am at your disposal.
Okay.
Anything you'd like to discuss?
Not really. I just want you to know that I think you're kind of an asshole for just the sequence of events that happened. You know, if you were like, hey, I would like to leave this planet with you, and I'm willing to help you achieve this in any way. Go team. Instead, you're like, well, no, just let me know when you can leave, and then I'll just piggyback off you. But until then, die in a fire. And I'm like, thanks, Max. You rat bastard. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we can leave now. Let's go do this real quick. Talk to Ada and get us in the air.
I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community.
Thanks,
What can
Ada.
I do for you, Captain?
I got the thing. I have the power
Do you
regulator.
know how to install a power regulator?
I have engineering. Boom, bam. Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
I got it. Let's run. We're gonna end this part really quickly here, guys, because it's been a millennia. It's been too long. Climb it, damn it. There we go. Oh, we also saw one more quest to do before we leave Edgewater, or the place. Yes. I'll do that next part. Remind me if I forget. We gotta go help a crazy person build a space force. Yes. Speak to Ada. We've done it. Ah, my knees. Always. Ankle or knees. They're just made of just plastic, brittle plastic.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I've installed the power
All
regulator.
systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Very nice. Let's get out of here. Hold on, I need to do something. Let's 1 second actually before we leave. Let's give me a minute. Yes. Let's let's just get in the air because I think that'll make it so that Max can join me.
All system.
Yes, fly. Do. It's not perfect, guys, and it's not always gonna be there, but it's a ship, and it's our ship.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Good! I've been wanting to hear from him.
Aha, there you are, hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain, horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Well, I can slow down time, so that's been fun. I've been feeling a little lightheaded, also I can slow down time, like I said.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Fine, I'll have a word with this Glide, whatever you said.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
I'll put it to good use, thanks.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Okay, got it. Okay, by the way, yeah, that whole thing he gave us, that special little, thing, that, like, cloaking device, there's dialogue options for him to further explain, but it takes a while, so I could just say, basically, whenever we go into a restricted area, it puts a shroud over us that has a special uniform. Our companions get this, and it's pretty great. Also, they tell us right here as well. But basically, when we find a piece of armor that is a faction's armor, and it's basically saved as like an output. So then we can just go into that area, and we have like a moment of time where we can do it. And based on your persuasion, is a huge catalyst for you basically going undetected in this kind of way, if that makes any sense. But this is where we're gonna store some stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, I'll meet you guys back when we're in Edgewater. We're gonna do one more quest, and then. Yeah, that may just be 2 seconds. I don't know how long, maybe a really short video, but I want to bang that out so we can kind of like check off Edgewater entirely. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Subscribe button above me as well as 2 videos to my right. Thank